Voici l'anime de départ pour ce jeu de demi-finale. The visiting team, the UKC Sea Devils. Number 1, Liam Collins. Number 4, Michael Zink. Number 5, Aaron McKinnon. Number 8, Rowan Julian. Number 9, Luke Lukaska. Number 10, Colton Walker. Number 11, Darius Flowers. Number 12, Jonah Hammond. Number 14, Jake Silverwilla. Number 15, Ignacio Chung Michelson. And number 21, Beckham Swan. The head coach for the UKC Blue Devils is Jamie McGinnis. And the local team, the home team, l'équipe locale of the Humber Hawks.
Number 3, Luca Pinto. Number 4, Isaiah Noel. Number 6, Carmine Fiore. Number 7, Matias Piscano. Number 8, Matthew Smith.
Number 10, Franz Mella. Number 11, Sharif Joseph. Number 16, Adrian Anton. Number 17, Marcus Miguel. Number 21, Michael Philippo. And number 1, Amar Jinta. The head coach for the Humber Hawks was Jason Mota.
On the bench, obviously not playing. They told me that they're a team who they like to play soccer, right? They're not as physical, for example, as the Condors. They like to play fast, ball on the ground soccer. So let's hope for them that they'll be able to achieve that. And for UKC, well, they'll want to have their first medal at Canadian soccer because they're lacking some medals.
Of course, this is the 10th time they're attending the Nationals. They were the at-large at St. Thomas University. They lost to Humber in the opening game last time around, and a rematch of last year's Nationals. So there is a history with these two teams, as Humber won that game against UKC. UKC will go right to left, Humber left to right for this first half. Hawks versus Blue Devils. Last night, the Humber Hawks men's basketball team took out their most bitter rival, the Sheridan Bruins. And now here is a rivalry brewing right now. And the Humber Hawks look to add to that total of wins this week for Humber Sports. And UKC, a team of destiny. They focus on mental strength as being a key X factor for them. And now they have a chance to maybe get into the Nationals against Champlain on the weekend.
And Franz Melamo, the number 10 for the Hawks, is starting this one. He started from the bench last game, and he made a big difference versus the Nomad.
And we'll see now what can come through here for this first half of play. Here is Luke Kotakis, I beg your pardon. Say that 10 times.
Kotakas. And some of the players of actually the Hunter Hawks are right there on the fence supporting their teammates. And those are two similar teams, Mo, in terms of goals scored this year. 40 goals scored in the regular season for UKC, 0 goals conceded. And for the Humber Hawks, it's 32 goals scored, 4 goals conceded only.
Yeah, I beg your pardon, is Kotaska. That is the name that I was looking at here for UKC. And we'll see now, again, for the Humber Hawks, they were flowing and going in that first half against the Nomads of Montmorency. When they went up a man, and here come the Hawks going the other way. When they were up a man, here is Caraco, who was wonderful in that game against the Nomads.
Yeah.
And we'll see now, when they were up a man, the Hawks, to go back to the point I want to bring up here, it felt like it was more difficult for them going against a short-handed Nomads team and trying to find that go-ahead goal, which they did finally do in the second half, but it took some time for them to adjust. And here come the Hawks coming down the left side, working their way through in the byline, delivering the box, and cleared away by UKC.
Yeah, you're right, Mo. It took a lot of effort for them to beat the Nomads, and the Nomads of Montmorency, who won today, by the way, they played well that game, and they scored. They equalized the game on a counterattack, and other than counterattacks, they did not build from the back, so they left few spaces for the Hawks to enjoy.
And tomorrow, the Nomads will play for a chance to play in the bronze medal game on Saturday at 3 p.m. And unfortunately, one of these teams will be in that equation on Friday. The Cavaliers will have the day off tomorrow. And now here come the Hawks, and they were tripped up right there. Mella was knocked over for the moment and brought back out towards the center line. And here is the center back, and Noel.
That should have been a foul on Mella there. Got tripped. The shirt was pulled, and he kept playing on, beg your pardon. And the referee so far is doing a good job other than that.
Here's Matthew Smith on the switch of play and trying to get themselves through on that moment here for the Humber Hawks against the UKC Blue Devils. And the Hawks have been wonderful this year. Unfortunately, their only loss came against the team that just lost 25 minutes ago in the Condors in Conestoga. They lost in the OCAA final, and here they are now trying to get themselves back in the final. They were here 10 years ago against Capilano, which they won in this very field, and they'll have to repeat the feat again on Saturday if they do get by UKC. A very tough UKC Blue Devils team, and here they come, gliding their way through. Chances moving forward here, and the flag go up, flag is down, and they play on. Delivered into the box, the header cleared away by the Hawks back line, the one hit, and that is off the mark by Colton Walker. And the Hawks will now move forward once again. So the Hawks now moving up ahead here with some, and again, it's always a fill-out process the first quarter of an hour. And would you expect the same thing to be played out here, or do you think these teams will be ambitious and try and get the first goal of the day?
I think the Hawks will be very ambitious. A lot of goals scored this season. That's how they play. They play quality soccer from the wing, from the center, from the left, and that's what they're trying to do actually right now.
Joseph with it, finding Mello. Back door, and that is cleared away in the nick of time. Defended well by Houlihan, and this will be a goal kick instead for the Blue Devils.
Oh yeah, what a tackle there by the right back. And I spoke with some of those players from the Hawks, and they said that final that they lost versus the Condors, they deserve to lose that one. And on the other hand, they beat the Condors twice this season, so really their only big fail of the season was that loss against the Condors, but that prevented them from getting some gold medal.
They're 41-8 coming into this tournament at the CCAAs, 10-time champions, 14 total medals. You talk about the royal family, that's what they are at the Nationals. And you talk about the Blue Devils, they are definitely the royal family of the ACAA. And a switch of play back out to the near side. And here is Adrian Anthony bringing it back forward. Anthony, elbow up in the air, trying to get around, and now he'll be veering off. With it is Mella.
Yeah, Mela, again, very hard to take the ball away from him. Plays in the center circle in his own half, and he's going to be super important for the Humber Hawks if they are to get a gold medal in this tournament.
Searching pass nowhere to be found by Mella. And now on the counter, and this is going to be taken easily by the Hawks, who are now working their way through again in this first half.
The first game of this one, Mela, Thomas, and Rivière all got yellow cards.
Joseph back with it, sharp angle, and unfortunately the ball just veered off his boot, and the gap was closer between him and the net.
And not a good play there from number 11. Completely missed his shot. Tariq Joseph, who did not play in the first game, more according to my statistics here.
And this will be out for a throw for the Humber Hawks, and again, it's a much quieter crowd than what it was 45 minutes ago, Wissam. It felt like it was Roma versus Lazio at the Stadio Olimpico when there was fans literally going tete-a-tete.
Yeah, I was thinking more about Argentina. It's good to see, honestly, some good atmosphere, as long as it stays courteous and not with some direct and personal insults to one fan or another.
Noel will get the ball back, and he will now bring it back up pitch. Anthony to his right, and support coming in from Smith. And that finds Mella instead. He came on the second half and brought that calmness for the Hawks attack. With it now is Rivière. Back over to Smith. To the width it comes. Can they find a slithering pass through? And right into the hands of the keeper, and that is Liam Collins, who was phenomenal in the PKs yesterday against Capilano.
Yeah, saved two. One in the center, one to his right. And he's the reason why they're here.
And the reason why they'll get a free kick is on a foul by Adrian Anthony. Anthony during the regular season, 1 goal, 9 starts, 9 games played, 7 starts.
Yeah.
And this will be a free kick coming courtesy for Jonah Cameron, who has 12 starts, 2 goals, 1 assist this year for the Blue Devils. And a natural enforcer, the captain of the team of this Blue Devils roster.
It's going to be important for the Blue Devils to take the opportunities to put that ball in the box.
And can he find the right combination? Punched away by the keeper. Loose ball, strong ball, and that is up in the air. And unfortunately for UKC, did not get the fortunate bounce that they wanted.
What a touch there.
And that's touched by Joseph. And here come the Hawks the other way. With it now is Krakow, who scored the goal, the opening goal for the Hawks yesterday against the Nomads of Montmorency. Krakow again, cutting against the teeth of the formation. Walled off by, not by 1, but 2 blue shirts. Chipped away by Fiore, who scored the game-winning goal yesterday for the Hawks. Smith. And right now we're seeing that the Blue Devils with some are playing a lower block. A lot of players behind the ball for this situation when the Humber Hawks are inside their territory.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good idea from them to not concede early. You don't want to give that Hawks team the lead early in the first period.
A dance coming through. Here is Joseph. Back post over the head of Pinto. And this will be out for a throw-in coming up for the Blue Devils.
Yeah.
And Humber showing more bravado right now with some in terms of the possession early on here in the first 10 minutes of play. They have had more trips inside the UKC end of the pitch.
Yeah. It's what's expected from that team of the Hawks. They're expected to get the possession, attack, with some nice soccer with short passes and good movement. And UKC will have to chase the game.
And right now it's being chased around. Sanel, the goalkeeper for the Hawks, he'll make his way up ahead. And now a nice little skiing move right there for Mella as he loses the handle on the ball. And the Blue Devils are back on the front foot once again.
As in the first game, the Hawks, it was Fiore and Croco with the goals.
Mella again. And he was pickpocketed by the Blue Devils. And I always pay attention to those who wear long sleeves and short sleeves. And you see the captain for the Blue Devils not wearing any long sleeves. That's Johnny Cameron.
There's always a tough one in the team.
There has to be a tough one.
And as speaking of tough ones, we're seeing here Mauro Di Ciocco and the coaching staff of the Saint-Lambert Cavaliers, who came here to take some notes on their future opponent.
And we'll see now, because they'll play one of these teams in less than 48 hours from now. In 48 hours from today, we will know who the Canadian champion is, unless there is added time.
Yeah. And this is the last game, Mo. We started yesterday, November 5th. Wednesday is the last day with 4 games in a day.
Yeah, we're down to 3.
Yeah.
It'll be like a holiday when we're done by 5:30. And then we're down to 2 on Saturday.
Oh, that's a long holiday.
Well, we know one thing for certain, though. Champlain will be in the gold medal game. We don't know who will be in the bronze yet. Unfortunately, one of these teams will be in that bracket tomorrow and try to get themselves into the bronze medal bracket on Saturday. And we do know one thing. It will be the CMU Blazers against Capilano in the 7th place game. That will be tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because Capilano was literally a deflection away from playing Humber today and not CMU tomorrow.
That's true. Capilano, a team with a lot of history, but now the Atlantic provinces, they're showing to the country that they can compete. UKC being ranked in the top 5. And
here's a chance here. And a chance coming down the near side. It is towards Chung Mikkelsen.
yeah.
And it goes back the other way for the Humber Hawks, and away they go. Mello on the back heel, and that opens up the UKC Blue Devils. Here is Smith, numbers forward, and with it coming down the right wing is Joseph, and he will leave it for Smith, and he went for goal, and that went off the football uprights, but was the last touch by Collins that results in a corner kick, which is confirmed indeed.
Yeah, good save here by Liam Collins. I think it would have gone wide anyway, but tipped it to the crossbar. And ricochet then of the football upright, and it's a corner kick.
First corner kick of the day for either side, and they will come off the left foot of the Humber Hawks. Overkicked, and again, the winds carrying the ball, and no one has really adjusted to what they have with the winds coming from that side towards the pitch of the net. And every corner kick from that direction, Wisdom, has been nowhere near target.
Yeah, you're reading through my mind. Actually, those corner kicks from the right side, the closest to the St. Lawrence River, actually, every time there's been one in this winter, it's been too far. So they didn't get the memo from the previous teams.
Far too good. And right now it is the Hawks who have been inside the geography of the UKC territory. Blue Devils just trying to get a handle of possession just to kind of take the sting away from the Hawks in the last few minutes of play. We're almost through a quarter of an hour of action, and now this could be the moment here coming through, and this is out of play. And now stop play as Kotaska could not get that ball cleanly.
A few teams, Mo, played for gold at home in the national championship. Last one who won it, Durham, in 2019. We also have a few other teams, for example, Langara in 2000. And there's a few other ones that we'll come back with.
And I believe it was in Durham, I think it was in Durham where they had the snowfall that resulted in them going indoors, because Champlain finished in 3rd place in 2019, I believe, if you can correct me or not. Am I correct on that?
They did.
See,
exactly.
I didn't forget. See, I don't forget the numbers out there.
Yeah, when there's snow, it's so it's interesting for those teams, you know, to win it at home, and create history at home in front of your fans. And we saw in the previous one that it makes a big difference.
The defending champion Hawks trying to defend their crown here at Champlain, and here they come going through. Could this be the moment now? Inside the header, Mella, and that lacked the quality required, as that does not bulge behind the net.
Yeah, a decent opportunity here for Mella. Talked about him, he's going to be dangerous. Teams need to keep an eye on him. And the Sheridan is the other team, Mo, in 2014, who won the gold medal, and it was at home in Sheridan.
Oh, well, that was across the face of goal, and that was nearly a goal for the Blue Devils. Kotaska was the one that almost had that going in for the team from Nova Scotia. And the fill-out process done, quarter of an hour in. Still 0-0 between Humber and UKC. ACAA champions against the OCAA at-large bid. Delivering the box. Cleared away. They might be the at-large bid, but they are the national champions, the defending national champions. So hard to repeat in this context. And they have done it once before when they won in 12 and 13. They won in 15, so they won it 3 out of 4 times. They won it 4 out of 5 times.
Yep.
And that might be deemed as a dynasty in terms of how they did it. And if they were to win the Natty now, it would be 3 times in the last 5 years.
Yeah, they won it in 2021, 2022, 2024, and then if they win it 2025, 4 times in the past 5 years. They won 10 gold medals at these championships, 1 silver, so they're not really interested in silver medals, only lost the final 1 time, and 3 bronze medals.
Well, Omar Miles, head coach of the men's basketball team of Humber College, said, we don't put silver medals up, we put up national championship medals, banners, for everyone to see what the varsity teams do at Humber.
Yep.
So if they're going to win a banner, it's going to be the national variety that they want to post up inside the complex facilities at Humber College. And that is a crunching play. Joseph gets it back, and this will be a whistle, and this will be a foul. And Ewan McKinnon, beg your pardon, Ewan McKinnon was the one who got nailed, but Ewan McKinnon will be called for the foul.
Yeah. 1 shot on goal there last game for number 5, and you see Mela and his teammate Joseph doing the chest bump. Satisfied about that start of the game. Everybody for UKC is defending, other than number 11 in the center circle, waiting for a counter-attack.
And we'll see now who can come up with the goods here. It is Krocko on goal. 3 goals coming in this tournament. Had 1 yesterday. Can he be the architect of this free kick in the 18th minute of play? On the left foot that he has, he's an overload to the back side of the post. And now the delivery into that traffic area. And that is going to be a corner kick for the Humber Hawks coming up. So Humber has had the majority of chances so far, but again, it's not about the majority of chances. It's a matter of how you convert your chances. And so far, it's still 0-0 between the Hawks and the Blue Devils.
Yeah, exactly. Ask Nate how they lost versus Champlain Saint-Lambert. So many opportunities, and finally, they got robbed at the end, and the Cavaliers are now in the final with their win the past game.
Outswinger for the Hawks. Headed back to the post and out of play, and that does not make any help as Marcus Vital was denied of a chance on goal as he makes his way back towards the other side of the pitch. Our big part, that is Anthony, number 16, not 12. Kept in, this time by Joseph. UKC just trying to work themselves out, and that is last touched by Darian Slaughter. And this will be a goal kick for the Blue Devils.
Will be interesting to see how UKC reacts to the fact that they're running, chasing the ball all the time. They don't have a lot of ball possession, so they're going to get some tired legs. It's always harder to run when you don't have the ball compared to when you do have it, and the possession has been enjoyed by the team in white so far.
Another long-range kick. Joseph, and he will be called for the foul. And there'll be an explanation, maybe a warning, and making sure that you don't tickle the back of an opponent too much. And this will be Adrian Anthony, I beg your pardon, number 16.
Yeah, referee told him it's been 2 times. You played too physical for my liking, so next time might be a yellow card for Joseph.
And a free kick coming up here for the UKC Blue Devils. It will be Cameron on ball, and he will defer to his teammates. And the chance now for the Blue Devils to get themselves back in the lead, perhaps.
Oh.
Headed away, loose ball. And still going for it right now as McKinnon couldn't get that cleanly, and the Hawks do, and they're trying to get out of the spider web and not so cleanly as they were looking for.
I thought I saw a push on Kotaska, number 9, in the area, but referee decided no foul given.
And this will be a foul given as Mello was knocked over by one of the Blue Devil players, and there will be a yellow card, first of the day, And a bit of an incensed Blue Devil bench and team on the pitch on that decision.
Yeah, Mela who caused a lot of problems for the team from Halifax.
Last game of day 2, game number 8. We are now more than halfway past the start point. And now on our way towards the final 5.5 games left on this tournament here from Seaway 3. Free kick for the Hawks with some best up Mo-Con on this Thursday evening. Early evening action from Seaway 3. 0-0 between Humber and UKC. They'll play the short, and now this will be up ahead. Cleared up over and out, and this will be another thrown for Mela and the Hawks. Smith. To the corridor it comes. Here is the backbone, Noel. Searching pass, finding Anthony in the right wing. Bounced off by Slaughter, and this will go off for a corner kick for the Humber Hawks. As the Cavalier burst does not result in anything for the Humber Hawks.
UKC is in family territory because let's remember that yesterday versus Capilano, they really suffered in the first half and it was dominated more or less by the team from British Columbia. And again, right now they're giving the possession to the Hawks. Let's hope it doesn't come back to bite them.
Again, the wind could be a factor. And that's headed towards the back post, and that will be last touch by the Hawks. A better delivery on the corner kick this time, but again, not the desired result that they wanted.
Yeah.
And the goal kick coming up for the Humber Hawks on defense. UKC Blue Devils trying to come to the rescue. They did yesterday on winning that in PKs. Their goalkeeper and Liam Collins was phenomenal with 2 big stops to kill off the Blues yesterday. One back over. Here's Mela. Mela going for goal, and he just missed it by a couple of inches, and that is what you call a tightrope finish, and nearly had the pinpoint position on the bottom of the net.
The goalkeeper was mystified there. He looked to his left, hoping that that ball would not get at the back of the net, and he was right, just wide.
And the flying play by Carmine Fiore will result in the throw-in for the Blue Devils. All right, Winston, we're halfway through this first half. It feels like Humber has had the monopoly of chances and better of the play.
Yep. No serious goal-scoring opportunities for the Hawks, but the team from Toronto, they'll be happy with their start of the game. They know they're one step away from creating danger.
And this is back over to the back line of the Hawks, and they'll re-rack this ball. Fiore back out to Noel, delivering the ball towards Joseph, who's on the go in the 50-50. That's one back by McKinnon, and that will go out for a throw-in for the Hawks. Here's Smith. Mela, back heel. Mela going through. Could this be one? And right into the feet of Collins. And that was a pretty play that lacked a pretty finish from the Humber Hawks.
Yeah, straight at the goalkeeper. It should have been the first goal. It was number 17, Marcus Rivière. And he knows he did not finish well. Let's hope he doesn't come back to haunt them.
Lacking the purchase on that shot.
Yep.
Mela. Turning to the left. And Mela's still trying to get that forward again. And this goes over to the feet of Smith. Right now, possession points and numbers favoring the Hawks, but still 0-0. And that finds Joseph. He's got space on the right flank. Joseph across the face. Goal! 1-0. Tic-tac-toe. The arts and crafts used by the dark arts of football. And the Humber Hawks are up 1-0 over the UKC Blue Devils.
I think it's Rivière who scored the first one. He missed a big opportunity, and then he stepped up with a header. It was, we have the replay right here. What a goal.
And that is Rivière.
Yep. And it was a very good cross. And unfortunately, number 11, Darian Slaughter, could not could get his head on it, and that's how Thomas got the ball. Cross from Thomas, Joseph, beg your pardon. Cross from Joseph in the box for Rivière, and that's it.
So 17, Rivière makes amends for the miss hit, and a 1-0 lead for the Hawks.
Yeah, what was supposed to happen happened.
And in the 26th minute of play, goal for the Humber Hawks by number 17, Marcus Rivière.
And Rivière with the goal. And now UKC has all to do with they were chasing this game, and now they're really chasing this game.
Yeah. It would be an upset before the game if UKC will win this. The Hawks being the #1 ranked team in the country since all the month of October, basically. And now they'll have time.
Humber has brought their A game. And UKC is trying to find their A game. They've not found any rhythm yet in this matchup, and they want to have that going towards now the final 19 of this first half. And it opened up on that delivery down the right flank towards Joseph.
Yep.
And then from there, it was game on getting that first goal for the Hawks. Back out to the width. Open space. Here's a chance going through. And this will go right through it. And now an injury on the pitch, and that is McKinnon on that.
Gets back to his feet. A much more calm game in the stands compared to the previous game.
It's almost like a library now.
Yeah. We have a few players, about 7 players from the Hawks were here in attendance and showed their happiness after the goal from Rivière.
The OCAA's last remaining hope to win a gold medal is the Humber Hawks, as Conestoga losing to the Champlain Cavaliers in the other semifinal 4-3. What a thriller that was.
Yeah, so far it's looking like a final Quebec versus Ontario, 2 of the best soccer provinces in the country.
At the present moment, yes, but UKC will have a word about that if they can get themselves a tying goal in the final 18 minutes or so left in this first half. And now it is Smith. The Hawks are having their tails up, and they're hunting and hounding for a second goal. Joseph back with it on the near side. Going to the flats, and a missed kick from Rivière. He's 1 of 3 inside the box today.
Rivière, 3 opportunities. The first one completely missed. The second one well put at the back of the net. Third one completely missed. So the fourth one should be the good one again for Rivière.
But right now, the second one,
even numbers, I should say.
The second one has been the best for him.
Yeah.
And right now, the Humber Hawks have been the best so far in this matchup. UKC still chasing Ghost. And right now, Noel back with it. And you have to think now with if this continues on, and that time it won't, it is Slaughter back with it, and now back over towards Anthony. If this were to continue on with the possession heavily favoring the Humber Hawks, then UKC might be leggy towards the second half of this matchup.
Exactly, because they've been chasing the ball all first half. And that makes a big difference in a game.
Back out to the space to work with in orbits.
But we've seen so far in every single game, when a team got dominated, they came back and they fought back. Every team in this tournament have had their momentum.
Cleared away, open shot, and it finds the net. Oh, just missing the net. It looked like it balls the net over there for Adrian Anthony, who scored 1 goal during the regular season and went on the side netting at that moment. And that is a heart and mouth for the Blue Devils, because if they were down 2, that would have been a serious mountain to climb for them.
Yeah, good shot there from Adrian Anthony. Was very close, finding the back of the net. And you can see that the Hawks, they want more. They're not just satisfied with 1 goal. They want to take control of this game and not give any chances to UKC to come in close.
It feels like the next goal is vital here for either side. If Humber gets it, it can really blow open the doors. And if UKC gets it, it gives them a strong chance that maybe they could pull out the win over Humber. And that will be a slide tackle, perfectly timed by Lescano.
Good defending by Mela, who came back all the way to the 40-yard line to help the defenders. That's what we like to see from a striker.
to the edge it goes, and it is back to the UKC, their first deep foray inside the territory of Humber in quite a while, and not much coming out of that. It wasn't long-term sustained, and this will be a throw-in coming up for the Humber Hawks. Injury on the field, and with that, stoppage in play here in the 31st minute of play. What's some of your thoughts?
A game that we were expecting, dominated by the team from Toronto. UKC is no match so far, but that could change. And I want to come back also on the fact, Mo, that this is game number 8, and we did not have a serious injury so far, so knock on wood, that's good for our young athletes.
Today's CCAA National Championships is brought to you by Sports AI, and that is a foul, and now Sports AI can take a look at this number here for the Humber Hawks. Sports AI helps brings teams and athletes to unlock their full potential through AR-powered insights and analytics. To learn more, visit sportsai.ca. And now a chance for the Humber Hawks with them to give them a gap here. It's been a goal machine team, and they might get another goal out of this machine of a free kick from a three-way conversation within their team's play right now.
Yep. So far, the Nomad of Montmorency did better with 10 men than UKC with 11. It's not the same game, but UKC, they need to wake up and show a bit more here if they are to cause any problem to the Toronto team.
We'll see what avenues they explore now for the Humber Hawks. They've built it up, and the attention to detail will be there. A three-way conspiracy on who will take this free kick for the Hawks. There's options abound. Mela's there, along with Krakow.
Yeah, number 21.
Four-man wall for UKC, and whistle's blown in. Krakow will let it go. Mela will let it go. And here's the free kick right into the hands of Collins as he found that perfect spot, perfect stop.
Good play there, good free kick. Unfortunately, it was right away in the chest on the logo of UKC for the goalkeeper.
Back out it comes. And they'll play to the corridor, and they'll re-rack this possession again. Noel has been the supplier of deep balls, and he'll go the short route towards Anthony. And he's tripped up, and that's a whistle, and that will be a foul and a free kick coming up for Humber.
Pretty calm game here for the Humber defense, and we saw it last game. Oh, keep repeating the same thing, but against the Nomad, the center backs of the Hawks did not have much to do.
Through ball, could this be two? And that is off the line. Collins may have deflected that ball, kept it alive on the end line for the Hawks. Delivered in, across the face of goal, off and over, and that ball is sent towards the DVP. And the Hawks were there, but unfortunately for them, Luca Pinto, who had 3 goals, 4 assists during the regular season, could not find the 4th goal of the season.
Yeah. Actually, the Hawks, they could have scored easily 4 goals in those first 34 minutes. Luckily for UKC, it's only 1.
And for UKC, it gives them belief now, because the more opportunities that Humber misses, it keeps them in the game down by 1.
Yeah, we see it every time. In professional soccer, university soccer, youth sport, wherever. The team that gets dominated, sometimes when they're just trailing by 1 goal, they start to believe, and sometimes they tie and they win the game.
And this will be back out to the near side. Humber trying to get back to the Nationals again and defend their crowd, and this is not going to be easy for them. And that is cleared away in time as Kotasko was right there, and he will win that ball back. He came in the second half and definitely brought some vigor to the UKC attack.
Yeah, Isaiah Noel, the center back here of the Hawks, did a pretty good job to prevent number 9 of UKC to get a goal-scoring opportunity.
Chip forward again. And now we'll be back to the corridor, and there is Fiore with it. And if Humber were to win with them, I would imagine there'd be a few Hawks fans coming up from Toronto for this game on the weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be on the weekend on a Saturday, as the national championship game is not played on the Sunday.
Sunday's the day of rest, my friend.
The day of rest, exactly, and they will need some rest. And if I'm not mistaken, the Hawks came from Toronto by bus. So a long bus ride. Let's see if they bring a bus full of fans for the final.
UKC came out from a further distance of Halifax, and right now they're trying to get this distance tied at 1 as they're down by a goal to the Humber Hawks. And the Hawks are back on the front foot. And here they come down to Riviere, the goal scorer right now. Delivering the box, cleared away by UKC. Back out to Mella. Looking, firing, and a fingertip save by Collins. And so far it's been a shooting gallery on Collins, and he's been up to the task in this first half.
What a save from Collins. Honestly, he had a good save yesterday as well against Capilano with the hand. And France Mella, what a game from the number 10. Best player on the pitch so far, and not only for what he does offensively, but how he helps the defense defensively.
10 shots in total, 5 on net for the Humber Hawks.
Yeah.
And Collins has 4 saves in this first half.
And for the other keeper is at the yard 35. Not much to do for him.
Back to the width it comes. Another delivery in the box. The header, loose ball, another save, whistle, foul, no goal. And Collins thanking the football gods. It remains 1-0.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see if we have a replay, if really there was some contact. Again, just 1 goal game difference so far.
And UKC a little bit twitchy right now. It's been one of those things that the warning signs have been there. They're in a sticky patch as we speak with them. And they need to get towards halftime to get this recalibrated with less than 10 to go.
Yep.
Mella knocked over. Smith on the recovery. And back out it comes to Fiore. And the Cavaliers await the winner of this game between the Hawks and the Blue Devils. And the turnover here. And here comes Kotaska. And this will be a whistle and a foul on the Humber Hawks. Free kick coming up for the team in blue.
Substitution coming up, Mo.
And it appears that they're going to bring in Dimitri Kirakakis into the game.
We spoke about him earlier, actually.
Yeah, Kirakakis will come in the game and subbing off. I believe I missed the number on that, number 19, I believe that is, was him?
I think so, yeah.
DeAndre Paris.
And Kyriakis played
Chung, number 18. It is Ignacio Chung Mickelson who will be subbed off.
Yeah, a few goals this season for UKC. And Kyriakakis, 49 minutes played versus Capilano.
Free kick coming up for the Blue Devils on the Plus territory. Could they find the net now on this free kick delivery by the Blue Devils? Played short instead. And back out it goes. Here is McKinnon to the width,
What
right to
pass.
Zink. Zink through one, foul. And the referee sees nothing and says play on. And this goes off, last touch off the Lascano kick, back over to the Humber Hawks, and a very lucky moment for Humber Woodson because that could have been a bad foul against the Humber Hawks.
Probably the only time after 39 minutes that the Hawks had to worry a bit defensively, and that shows you how the team is dominating the team from Toronto.
And that's up in the air. Tracked down by the goal scorer, Riviere. And that will be a foul. As knocked over was Crocco. And you see the arms up in the air from Colton Walker.
And the captain there, Cameron, says, hey, it's the same foul that we suffered a few seconds ago, just outside of the box. You didn't blow your whistle. And the referee says, I'm not having it. Ball for the Hawks.
Last night was a filthy evening of weather, and right now it's nice and cool. But again, it will be wet weather tomorrow. And most certainly the pirouette coming through by Joseph, and that will be rolling out. Be a foul and be free kick instead. And with the wet weather expected tomorrow with him, I'm sure one of these teams would rather be indoors to enjoy the Friday off before the gold medal game on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, Saturday I think no rain is expected. So that's good news. And have more rest. And the teams who are going to compete for a bronze medal, or they're going to have to play tomorrow, which is more soccer, and then you come for that bronze medal game on Saturday. Less rest.
Free kick coming up for Collins. And it's been helter-skelter for UKC in this first half, and most certainly they'll look at the mental side of this game to reset their mind and try and get back down by 1 against the Humber Hawks.
As both teams have a set of players warming up, maybe we'll have some substitutions early in the second half or at halftime.
And that's played up forward again. Here is Noel. Chopped ahead, pushed off. And that is won cleanly by Lascano according to the referee's eyes. And Humber now just trying to see this through and get to the locker room. Up 1-0 after 45. Riviere down the right flank. To the left flank he goes. To the channel, it opens up. Smith. And that's a whistle. And that will be a foul here, as the wind's blown off the headset of Wissam Benstaw.
Yeah. Wissam Benstaw Mokan. National Championship Soccer in Saint-Lambert.
And now will be a free kick coming up from Ella and the boys. 41st minute to play from Seaway 3. 1-0 lead for Humber over UKC. Final 4 minutes, I would imagine another minute or two added to the 45.
Yeah.
As Mela takes a deep breath, two-man wall for UKC. And an easy save for Collins. He's been very active in this first half with the number of saves he's had, about 5 or 6 so far. But the shots on net has been improving drastically for the Hawks, and they have had the monopoly of shots on net in this first half.
Yeah, exactly. And we thought that was going to happen. I mean, the Humber, they're champion, not only the team ranked #1 this season, but also the champions in 2024, 2022, 2021. There's a rich tradition of soccer in that school.
And here comes the tradition. Joseph, Mela, looking, passing it through. One pass too many. They waited, they were playing nice, and they were not ruthless at the end of that play. And this goes out of play for a throw-in coming up here for the Humber Hawks. And we said it before with them, a lot of missed opportunities by the Hawks have put this game away in the first half, and it keeps UKC in this game.
They keep them in the game, and so it means that they will be more under pressure in the second half. And for the coach of the Hawks, he'll have to tell them at halftime, hey, you have to put that ball at the back of the net. So many trips inside the area, but not enough goals, not enough shot on goals, considering what they did.
And this could be a little twitchy for the Hawks, and cleared away by the keeper.
On that last play, we just see why you have to put the second goal in, because that could have gone anywhere, that ball. And luckily, there was no one behind the striker, behind number 6, if I'm not mistaken, Sam Hod.
And with that, throw-in coming up for the Blue Devils.
Sorry, it was number 2, Mo.
Oh, and Kyriakis.
Yep.
So Kyriakis making his impact felt. 4 starts, 11 games played this past season, 4 goals, 1 assist. Where's number 2? Not many players were number 2. That
Offensively.
scored, offensively speaking. I think of Clint Dempsey when he played for Spurs, wearing number 2.
Yeah. We had Ismail Karim for CMU, who plays as a right back with number 9.
That's right, yeah.
He's like the Ismail Karim of the Atlantic.
And now here come the Hawks, as they need to negotiate their way through. And looking, blocked, and cleared away, as that shot was not smooth from Krakow.
Too many touches inside the box, Mo, for the Hawks. They need to take those shots. Stop looking for the perfect play.
3-on-3 now for the UKC Blue Devils. They go in. And that pass does not find the intended target, and that is cleared back out. So good action coming up here for UKC. They've found a bit of mojo with a minute left before the 45 to complete. And now it's a 3-on-3 the other way. This is opened up both ways. Coming down to the width is Joseph. 1v1 looking towards the inside, the outside, back in the inside to the outside, and that finds nobody but a blue shirt instead.
It's coast-to-coast soccer, Mo, coast-to-coast for the last 2 minutes or so.
And that goes out of play. And that's quickly played forward. With it now is Kyriakos. To the top hitter, Kotasko. And this will find its way. Could this be the moment? Closed off. And that is simply regal from the back line of Humber to close off the pipeline.
Excellent pass from Colton Walker, number 10. Was just a bit too long. And again, those defenders, when they're not on the counter-attack, they have time to assess the situation, and they've not been under pressure.
And that's a foul. And what card will this be? It'll be a yellow given to the recently introduced into this game, Kyriakis. So yellow for Kyriakis, and they might have to sub him off with him at some point because they are now looking to chase this game and can't afford to lose a man if he gets another yellow. Lascano was the one who was knocked down very late, and the added time to this first half, we did not see the scoreboard of how much time will be added in this first half.
It's a Matias Lascano who got a tackle that hurt, and I hear some fans of UKC asking him to get up, but he's in no rush. And it's perfectly normal with the team has a lead.
And played out. Lascano back with it. Good to see he's back to health. And this will be another lunch ball towards Joseph. And Joseph will win that 50-50.
Joseph doesn't give any rest to the defenders. He's here all day to work. Not part-time, but full-time.
Crocco. Lascano. Denied. And Kyriakis couldn't get that cleanly, and back over it goes towards Anthony, almost like a hockey power play for the Humber Hawks. Into the final minutes of this first half, and don't know if you saw the scoreboard or not, Wisdom. I'm not too sure how much time left in this first half.
Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Didn't have the confirmation yet, and the technical staff with us at the table did not either.
Punched away by Collins, headed away by Mella. Still going in, and that is back over to Anthony. Noel.
Yep. Noël, which means Christmas in French. Coming in about 1 month.
Let's not talk about that.
2 months, maybe.
And let's not talk about it either. We're going to try to mentally focus for May, June, July.
Oh, yeah.
Lascano. And this might be the last minutes, our last action, and that is a whistle, and that will be that at the end of the first half. It is Humber 1, UKC 0 on a goal by Riviere. Humber now 45 minutes away from defending their championship against Champlain Saturday. Stay tuned.
No, I know it's normal. It's just like I think we didn't see it. I don't know if you showed it. Probably did.
How are you?
The CCAA would like to thank our national partners and sponsors for their continued contribution to our championships and their support of college sports in Canada. La CSC tient à jamais remercier ses partenaires nationaux pour leur contribution continue à notre championnat et leur soutien au sport collégial au Canada. Sports Canada, Canada Soccer, Soccer X, Derby Star, Johnson, Cuddle, Bourbon Medical Supply, Four Imprints. In addition, we would like to recognize and thank our many local partners whose involvement has helped make this championship possible. Depuis, nous commençons à suivre de nombreux partenaires locaux pour l'implication à contribuer à rendre ce championnat possible. Presenting partner Desjardins, the Champlain Student Association, the Champlain Saint-Lambert Foundation, Soccer Quebec, Soccer IQ, Peter Wood, the Sandman Hotel Montréal-Longueuil, Courtiers du Monde-Lévis, les producteurs de notre événement, RCP Thérapie du Sport, Polo Graphics, and GUS Expo Services.
This is for Nico. Guys are back. No, I don't listen to music yet. Let's go, Nico.
Yo, why are you pressing me, eh? Why you gotta press me?
Dude, keep the stats on for me, eh? If you get some stats, let me know, huh? Yeah. Let them know that we still care about their team. Even though we don't.
Welcome back here, halftime complete. We get ready for second half action between UKC and Humber. Humber will go right to left, UKC left to right. 45 minutes away from potentially punching their ticket to the national title game against Champlain on Saturday afternoon. And we get ready now for second half action with some a key for UKC to maybe get back in this game because they were outclassed, but this could have been a bigger scoreline for the Humber Hawks.
Exactly. They had a few times in the end of the first half where they got in the offensive zone. As we have an announcement here.
And it's back over to Collins, who, if it wasn't for Collins, this could have been easily 4-5-0 for Humber.
Exactly, a lot of shots that were saved, and a lot of times they tried to find the perfect play. The Hawks, instead of just putting it back at the back of the net. What's going to be important for UKC, their number 9, Luke Kotaska, is very dangerous on the counter-attack. He'll have to keep doing those runs to put the pressure on Fiore and Noel, which are the center backs of the Hawks.
And speaking of Isaiah Noel, I just found out through the power of messaging, and we'll get to that point as I tease everyone on that point of Isaiah Noel. Here is Mella, and this will go to play. So I just found out that there is a connection to Isaiah Noel with the men's basketball team at Humber College. Coach Manners, his girlfriend is the girlfriend of Noel. So Coach Manners' daughter is a girlfriend of Isaiah Noel. So
okay,
yeah,
that's interesting.
Yep.
Connection of Humber Hawks athletics.
So exactly. So Isaiah Noel's girlfriend is the daughter of Coach Manners.
Isaiah Noel's daughter. Okay, he has a daughter.
Yes, the daughter is the girlfriend of Isaiah Noel.
Okay.
Just found that out now.
Okay.
So, but you know what? The Humber Hawks men's team yesterday beating Sheridan College, their city rival. You talk about rivalries in basketball. You know, you have Barcelona, Real Madrid in soccer.
Yeah.
Sheridan, Humber, when it comes to basketball, is at that level of intensity in the city of Toronto.
Yeah.
And now here come the Hawks. Could this be goal number 2? Just missing wide of the net. And that was off by a couple of centimeters, and that could have been easily 2-0 for the Humber Hawks. And in on that play was Luca Pinto.
Yeah, Matias Lescano of the Hawks there. A good shot, but unfortunately, as we have a counterattack here.
And with it now, the Devils, can they come back to even it up? They will not do so. Smith on the cleanup. And Smith has had a wonderful game. Matthew Smith with some has been there in the act of the actions of cleaning up any miscues from the Hawks when it comes to the open play in UKC's position.
Yeah, solid performance here by the player. And again, now the weather is starting to get colder. It's the coldest it's been so far. Luckily, no rain. And the winner of this one will have time to either tomorrow observe some of the games or sightsee in Montreal.
Kyriakos Noel in the cleanup. Of course, the last 2 days coming up of outdoor soccer for CCAA, and then we transition over to basketball, and that is a Riviera body check that will find its way through and back out to the captain. It is towards Cameron. And now all of a sudden, here is Smith. He is zigzagging through, and that is swept away back into the feet of the Hawks. Looking for the overlap. Riviere, the goal scorer, and that was one pass too many. And it feels like they're just trying to find a pretty pass here with them to get themselves the highlight champagne-like football effort.
Yeah, I mentioned it. Champagne football works if you score the goals, but when you don't score them, that could haunt you. So for now, UKC did not produce enough offensively, but you do that against a team like the Champlain Cavaliers in the final, and they will punish you.
Humber back with it again, and now they will re-rack this possession. And is there a moment now with them for UKC they have to make a all-for-nothing movement here? Is it in the first 20 of this second half to kind of set the tone, or will they have to go for it all in the final 20 if they don't do anything next few minutes here?
I think for now they elected to just wait and see, go on the counter-attack, try to find their number 9, and do not concede a second goal. I think they're more focused right now on not conceding a second one. They're tying this game.
A delivery by Lescano. Out of play, and this will be a throw-in coming up here for UKC. Weather will be very polarizing the next couple of days. We'll have rain tomorrow, which we were endured. We literally, on the opening touch of the first game yesterday between CMU and Conestoga, I beg your pardon. So many games we've done so far. It started to rain, and it was pouring.
All day.
All day.
We said adios to our notes also.
Yeah.
We're completely soaked wet, not even recyclable.
And back out it comes. And here is Riviere, the goal scorer. He is starting to fizz a little bit. Quaco. Pinto. Lescano trying to survey, and will go short route to Pinto. On the delivery and repelled out for a corner kick. Another one for the Humber Hawks. But again, the amount of times the Hawks will have this chance here, the Blue Devils are playing with fire, knowing that they're giving the Hawks some opportunities on the platter.
Yeah. And that will be a good opportunity, maybe to, just score a goal here from a ball that bounces in the area or just with a straight header. Because so far, building, the Hawks have been doing that, but they're trying to find the perfect play. And sometime on a corner kick like this, it can be more simple.
Short route. Here's Pinto in the box. And, just needed a toenail on that. And that was Adrian Anthony, who had one goal during the regular season. And it appears that was last touch by UKC that prevented the second goal from happening. Yeah,
referee signaled that it's going to be another corner kick. This one an in-swinger on the far side. And Mela is outside of the area. Should be dangerous play here. That's maybe will get the ball.
And the ball, and that goes off of Collins. And somehow will sky out of play. And looking at these stats right now, 12 shots for Humber, 5 on target, 1 shot for UKC, none on target.
Yep.
And UKC is living dangerously right now. It's been anxious, agitated moments here for them. And so far, the model of consistency, the Humber Hawks trying to get themselves a second goal, which could be more than enough. And the fire just over, that fizz right by Mela. He had it and just went high and high and hit the CN Tower instead.
Yeah, I was surprised to not see Mela in the area for that corner kick. He had better plans. And for UKC, they're used to this. They conceded the first goal against Capilano, and they came back. So they know what it is to come back from behind.
UKC did not concede any goals during the regular season. They've given up 3 in the last 3 games. And that goes back to the ACAA final against UNB St. John.
Yeah, the Canadian Championship, you have teams from Ontario, from Quebec.
And now here they come on the counter. Could this be 1-1? Coming through, up and cleared away. And the nick of time as Luca Pinto nearly had an own goal, but that ended up being the better of the result. And that was a moment of discomfort for the Humber Hawks and a moment of glory nearly for the UKC Blue Devils.
Luca Pinto here just saved the goal, because if he doesn't touch that ball, it's a tap-in for the forward of UKC. And again, that play started with the run from number 9, Luke Kotaska, who's been the most dangerous player so far by far for UKC. And just like that, the Hawks, they tried to play for the perfect ball, score the perfect goal. It could have been 1-1 right now.
Kotaska nearly had that through, and now he'll have the corner kick. That will go into the stiff winds. So this definitely will play tricks now on this delivery coming into the wind. Hangs in the air, still hanging in. That actually benefited the keeper in that situation for the Humber Hawks.
Yeah, good catch here by the keeper. They needed that from him.
And Noel coming through. And this would be a launch forward, and this would be played back out to Mella. Mella using his back almost like a post-up in basketball, and now finds the opening. Here is Pinto. They got numbers flooding forward, coming through. Could this be two? Around, and well defended by Collins as Crocco tried to get around one and looked determined, but the angle was not perfect, and Collins took that away.
Yeah, Collins there. What a catch.
And Lascano not happy about that and held his tongue, bit his tongue, as Kyriakos could have been in serious trouble, and that could have been a yellow. That would have been 2 yellows on him.
Some of the players are on the yellow card. As we can see here that some of the broadcasting crew are impressed by the quality of these players. And indeed, good players here at Seaway 3.
And this will go back out to the near side, and this will be played out to the far side. And away come UKC the other side. And this will be swept away by Cisco Thomas. Humber trying to get back to the national title game and look to defend it.
Silly foul there, very silly foul. Was not in danger. The UKC player had not complete control of the ball. And it's going to be a very dangerous free kick that Slaughter will want to whip inside the box.
And this will be a free kick that could be tricky because the winds are picking up. And if this ball hangs, and all bets are off on where it will land. A chance now to create parity. Cleared away by Noel, using his telescopic body to get through. Second clear out by Noel, 2 for 2, and that is a missed kick by the Hawks. And this will be another throw-in coming up here for UKC. And the winds are howling here. The last touch by the Blue Devils, so I beg your pardon, this will be a throw-in for the Humber Hawks.
Yep. Humber Hawks, 10-time champions. The most titles by any team at men's soccer. A lot of Ontario teams dominated the country in terms of titles, and for women, actually, it's the opposite, Mo. Quebec teams won a lot of national championships.
Here come the Blue Devils the other way. And knock over, play on we go, whistle. This will be a free kick coming up for the Blue Devils. They needed something here. It was a miscue hit. And this will be a chance now for the Blue Devils to fine-tune their opportunities to get themselves a tying goal. They are searching this right now. We're through 10 minutes or so in this second half. And the Cavaliers are awaiting the winner of the Hawks and Blue Devils.
Yep. That number 9, very impressive, Luke Kotaska.
And he's looking to make some more noise and get themselves back in this game. A jewel, a crown jewel of this whole process. And now a conversation we'll have between Kotaska and one of the Humber players to kind of just ease off here. I know it's a little bit cold out there, gentlemen, but you must relax.
Yeah.
And the conversation is complete. And now the free kick coming up for the UKC UKC Blue Devils. It feels like there's a thundering of wind coming out here.
Yeah.
Free kick, and there's a congestion of bodies inside the 6. Again, going into the wind, and this might hang a little bit longer than expected. It might be almost a 7-second delay in this whole process.
Too long here for that free kick to be taken. It's almost 2 minutes since the foul was given.
And now the whistle's blown in. Short, deflected, out of play. And goal kick instead. And UKC thought it was off of a Humber player, and otherwise we're going back the other way.
Yeah. As Mo, we don't have, oh no, we still have one tough guy in short sleeves, and it's number 12, the captain, Jonah Cameron of UKC. All the other ones have gone to those long sleeves.
Yeah, I'm not doing short sleeves for this event. I would do it if we were doing this broadcast from, say, I don't know, Florida?
Miami.
Miami?
Yeah, Miami.
If we're doing it in one of the Caribbean islands, perhaps?
Yeah. St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yeah, you know. Turks and Caicos, we can go there and do this if we can.
Yeah.
I'll ask the CCAA to maybe change the site plans for next year.
Exactly, you read my mind.
And again, it's at Nate next year. And here come the Humber Hawks, the defending national champions. Back over they are. And Lescato's knocked over. Referee did not see it, and now they do. And this is a card. They'll separate. It'll be a yellow card given towards the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and number 16 here rushed. Very bad decision here from number 16, Adrian Anthony. Wants to confront the player who made the foul. Not a good decision. You're 1-0 up. You have control of the game. Don't get silly. Don't start to act silly and try to cost your team with a yellow card or even a red card.
And with that, free kick for Humber as we approach a half an hour left in this second half. Wisdom Benstead, Mo Khan on this Thursday evening. Moving day. As we are going to find out who will be the second team in the gold medal game. Will it be UKC or will it be Humber to defend its title? Back out to the width, and this is Luca Pinto, locked over, hounded by two Blue Devils. And that will be a whistle, and this will be a free kick coming up for the Blue Devils instead. And the longer this game goes, without a goal by Humber, it really gives hope to the Blue Devils.
Yeah. Those players were right at the start of the game when they told me that the Hawks, they are known for good soccer, playing well, but sometimes they need to finish as well.
Loose touch, and that is cleared away. Mella leading the charge now. Riviere to his left.
What a pass.
That's a great pass. That opens up the Hawks for the moment. And it closes down the moment. And here is the moment, and this will be going right into the hands of the keeper. So the moment is denied in the 61st minute of play.
Yeah. Good effort here from the Atlantic team from Nova Scotia. They're giving their best. They're playing against a very good team of Humber. And they're not doing enough so far to tie this game. But every time they not concede a goal or an opportunity, they start to believe more that they can make this game to a tie.
Pinto, the left back. Here's Mella. Mella knocked over, and it was a bowling ball of bodies falling over, and this will be a free kick instead for UKC.
The game is starting to get a bit physical.
And this will make its way towards the far side, and this will be a free, going back the other way for Humber.
Less than 30 minutes left in the regular time here. Past 5 minutes have been more the advantage of the UKC team. For the first time of the game, they started to generate a bit more offensively.
And one thing to look at here, again, for those who are curious to know, is that if it ends up being tied 1-1 or whatever scoreline it is after 90 that's tied, they go to PKs, no extra time.
Yep.
That's only applied in the medal round on Saturday. And now the turn by Mella. And this will go out of play for another throw-in coming up for UKC. And you can sense a little bit of frustration for the team in all white right now, not getting the same verve and guile that they had in the first half.
Yeah, we stopped pronouncing the name Mella, one of the key players of this team. It's more quiet for him in the second half as we ask him to move for the free kick to be taken.
Mella, France Mella. And this will be launched forward again for the Blue Devils. Riviere trying to knock his way through, and now go to play, and this will be back to UKC.
Riviere here is foul. That's going to allow UKC to whip across inside the box with no less than 7 bodies there.
From the 38-yard line, and a chance now for UKC to get this through. Could they find the correct door to open for goal number 1. The hunger's there, but the food isn't. Headed up in the air, still there, in danger, and right into the hands of the keeper. And it was hanging with some. It was hanging for UKC, but just couldn't find the desired touch at the end.
It was right there. Beckham's one from UKC had a header, touched the ball, but unfortunately it was blocked by a Hawk defender. That could have gone anywhere. And watch out if you're the Hawks now.
And this is now on the go. And here is Riviere back with it. He's on his bike. Options to work with. In the middle is Thomas. Riviere. Mella. Mella again, and he loses the handle, and this time it goes back to Zink.
Yeah, rare occurrence here from Mella to lose the ball easily.
And this will be played back forward again, and this will go out towards the edge. And Smith. And he got bamboozled for the moment by Willix on that play. And this will be back into the Humber territory once more. Some UKC fans here supporting on their boys.
Have a few family members and some of the players who are not in uniform for this one due to injury or coach's decisions.
And now this would be to Humber, who will get the ball back on a, I believe, which would be a throw-in, no, free kick, I confirm now.
Yeah, Humber, who has a lot of history, the most successful team in the Canadian National Championship, but never hosted the competition. An interesting statistic here.
Sometimes you want to win elsewhere. And,
yeah.
And here they are, the Humber Hawks, coming back out to the far side of the pitch. Riviere. He's got Cisco down the near side, surveying, looking, and this will go out. And was this a handball? Play on, referee says.
And the players of the Hawks are convinced that it should have been a penalty. No video replay here in this competition.
I'm surprised no one did the VIR look, pointing. And now back over, here comes Smith. The VAR not available at this level of football, and only at the professional level it is.
Yep. Friendly football games as well, no VAR.
No, and here is Mella. Oh, plenty of space for Pinto on the width. In the box he goes. Pinto, sharp angle, saved by Collins.
Another good save by Collins. An easy one on that one, straight on the UKC logo.
And they were just split through, and this will be a foul, and this will be a card, and this will be yellow. And that will be the first card given to the Humber Hawks as
16.
Kotasko was the one taken out, and it was Adrian Anthony who will be called for the yellow.
Yeah. He's the one who actually ran towards the UKC player to confront him when there was a big foul committed a few minutes ago. And the referee, a lot of big challenges, big tackles, a few yellow cards, but the referee is in control of this game. Doesn't let any tempers flare, and really solid performance from the referee, the man in yellow with the black shorts.
Yeah, right now looking at the stats totals here, 14 shots in total for Humber, 6 on target, 1 shot in total for UKC, none on target. The fouls, 7 for Humber, 3 for UKC, and 1 corner to the 8 for Humber.
Yeah, that's some stats, Mo.
Those are some major stats. Those are monopoly stats for Humber. But right now they're clinging on to a 1-0 lead.
There's actually a team in Italy that's called Monopoli. Not a lot of people know that. The 3rd division in the south of Italy. Monopoli is the name. We learn a bit more here about international soccer.
You are a library of soccer information here, Wissam.
Not as much as you. You're the gold medal for that.
I am no gold medal, but the gold medal will be played on Saturday. Champlain versus who? We're going to find out. We got about 23 minutes left in this second half, or maybe more required for PKs if UKC does tie it up.
Yep.
Lascano. And the turn, and too much on that for Cisco Thomas.
Last time we had a Ontario versus Quebec final, it was in 2018 when Humber, the usual suspects, beat the Eggs of Ansic, the team from Montreal.
Humber must be an overnight sensation, by the way they've been winning this event.
Yeah. Got close, actually, of creating some danger this year in the championship, but in Quebec, decent team.
Back with it now, 3-on-3, and the right pass through Mella, going to the left, to the right, and bounces right to the center of the park.
Too many touches from Mella there. Just shoot the ball or pass it straight away. Has a lot of dribbling skills, but sometimes that's what's been lacking. That's what the coach will not be happy about for the Hawks. They need to be more solid and more clinical finish for the final that they will play on Saturday, beg your pardon, if they do play it.
Captain's armband on Carmine Fiore. The long ball through, Pinto is in, Collins is off, and it slipped right by Mella.
Yep.
And he was in there, and his blushes will not be spared because the ball was going one way and he was sliding the other way. Here's Mella, part two, deflected over the net, and this will be a corner kick for the Hawks. And Mella is, if you heard his voice, he voiced some displeasure about the missed chances.
Yeah, something we cannot repeat here. But there we go. We just have the ball, receive just outside the box. We shoot it, deflect it. It could have gone anywhere, and like that, they win a corner kick.
Well, I can say it. Yuck.
Yuck.
You said yuck.
No.
Yeah, you said yuck.
Yuck.
Yeah,
That's
what it was.
That's an English word.
It is an English word indeed. And,
in French, it's yash.
That's what you said. You said yash. High in the air. Still there. Going, and out of play. And this will be another corner kick for the Humber Hawks.
Let's hope for the Humber Hawks that this is not a replay of the Chelsea-Barcelona semi-final second leg at the Camp Nou. Dominating, but not scoring enough goals.
Kind of like Bayern Munich Chelsea in the 2012 Champions League
yeah.
final. That was one of those.
Yep.
Second bite of the cherry. It's sweet and in.
Et voilà.
And who else? It is Isaiah Noel. 2 goals during the regular season. And he gets a pivotal goal that could punch the passports for Humber for Saturday's gold medal game against Champlain.
Isaiah Noel, very clinical header. Goalkeeper was on it, but there was too much power to stop it, and it's at the back of the net. And Lescano, who comes and celebrates with the Hawks, who are not in uniform tonight.
And with that, we could be getting the dream matchup that people thought could have been the situation here. The host Cavaliers taking on the defending champion Hawks. 2 goals without reply from UKC, and Humber now in the pole position with 20 to go with them. UKC at minimum will need 2 more goals and 3 without reply to win this game late in this matchup.
Yeah, and again, all that action leads from Mella. Took the shot right away, did not try to dribble, deflected, corner kick, and then a goal. Simple soccer leads to result at times, and that's what we're seeing now, 2-0.
And if this result holds, that we have a Humber Champlain final, the Friday games tomorrow, the bronze medal games, will not be a repeat matchup.
For the Humber Hawks, number 4, Isaiah Noel, numéro 4, le score est 2-0, 2-0 Humber Hawks.
2-0 lead for the Hawks. Noel might have punched the passports for Humber to the gold medal game on Saturday.
As we see the best fan of the evening from the Hunter Hawks.
And the Humber Hawks are definitely on their way with some
Humber Hawks, beg your pardon, I said the Hunter Hawks.
Well, they've been hunting. They've been hunting for sure. And right now for UKC, with some, they've been outclassed so far. They've not had a shot on net, only 1 total that's been off.
Yeah.
And when you talk about to beat the champions, you got to play your championship effort right now. And so far, UKC has been nowhere near the same auction levels as the Humber Hawks.
Yeah, you have to be flawless and perform in the best ever way that you ever did, especially playing against the #1 team in the country. And the reason why it was only 1-0 after all that time, it's not because UKC defended well, yes, but the Hawks missed so many opportunities and they said, we've had enough, let's find the back of the net.
Pinto, he has been an X factor so far. He's been marauding down the left channel, up and down like a buccaneer. And he's the reason why they create a lot of these chances right now with him and how difficult he's been for UKC.
Yeah. And Mo, if we do have a final between the Champlain Cavaliers and the Humber Hawks, it's going to be spectacular in the stands with all the local crowd. And the Humber Hawks, they travel pretty well. A few people here.
I disagree. The Humber Hawks travel very well. I know firsthand, calling the men's basketball final 8 months ago against Durham. And if they qualify for this final, remember they won it 10 years ago on this pitch.
Yep.
And those fans will travel up to support their Humber Hawks. And if they do come up here with some, if it ends up being a Humber versus Champlain final, if it ends up being a great dramatic on-field effort, it's going to be an epic final to enjoy if you're a neutral on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. For people from Toronto, that would be a good opportunity for a road trip to La Belle Province, and then you have the Sunday to enjoy this beautiful city that's behind us.
And this will be a free kick here, and UKC has work to do. They have to come back with 2 without reply from the Hawks. And I would imagine that was from a formation standpoint, there might be some gaps that will be opening up for UKC as they fled forward to try and get that 2 goals back.
Yeah, and Mela is going out, Mo. He's limping a bit. Let's hope it's not serious.
And Candelaresi coming in for the Hawks. Cristiano Candelaresi coming in for the Hawks, and we'll see what he does now moving forward here.
Another Cristiano. Not the same one.
No, not the same Cristiano Ronaldo.
Who was actually born in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean in Madeira. That belongs to Portugal. Not a lot of people know that. Was not born in mainland Portugal. Was born in an island that's actually west of Morocco.
You continue to fascinate me with some of your geography knowledge as well.
Yeah, let's put a bit of spices in this broadcast.
On a cold Thursday evening. And now it's been a cold day for the Blue Devils. And right now, hell is frozen over for the Blue Devils and trying to get this game back in play.
Substitution for the Humber Hawks, number 24, Cristiano Candelaresi.
So Candelaresi in the game, and we'll see what he can bring up here, fresh legs. And you have to think now for Humber that they might be playing a look ahead towards Saturday to give Mela and others some time off here. They will get the Friday off if they do hold on to this 2-0 win over, 2-0 lead over UKC.
And for the center back, Noel and Fiore, it's been a pretty quiet tournament so far. Not a lot of opportunities. You had Mardi from Les Nomades de Montmorency who caused them some problems. But other than that, this game, they've been rock solid.
Last time we had, again, if we're going off the theory that Humber will qualify, last time we did have a Humber Champlain soccer in collision course was in 2022 in the Women's Nationals on this very turf, which the Cavaliers beat the Humber Hawks in PKs.
Yeah.
And the Cavaliers lost to the Egg de Hunsik in the women's final. And now here they come.
What a pass.
Smith galloping. Corner kick coming up for the Hawks. And the 76th minute of play. We want this, the final frontier. And there'll be another substitution coming in for UKC. And Kyriakos will be going off, and it'll be Paul Nanos.
Yeah, trying to bring some fresh legs. Good news for UKC is that they will play minimum 1 more game. You have a chance for everyone to try to get some minutes in that CCAA championship.
And the one thing to look at now for this situation for Humber is that they do hold on. Could they defend the championship again? They've done it before. They've won it back-to-back years before. They did win it in 12 and 13, and they won it in 21-22. And could they win it in 24, which they did? And could they win it in 25? Again, still time here, 13 minutes left. But right now, UKC has not shown any panache that they can get a threat towards the Humber goal. And they still haven't gotten a shot on net yet.
Yeah. It feels like the Hawks are a bit too strong. They had plenty of goal-scoring opportunities. It would be interesting to see if we had the statistic for expected goals to see how many they had tonight. But they had plenty.
4 to goes. And if Humber had it their way, they would spend it in the corner stick for the next 13 minutes of play. And this will be out for what will be a goal kick. And full props to Liam Collins, because his resistance has kept this to a 2-0 lead. Otherwise, this could have easily been 6-7 for the Humber Hawks.
I had a pretty solid saves in this one, actually. Could be considered for a goalkeeper of the tournament so far. With against Capilano, had some very good saves too.
And UKC will now march forward, tracked down by the Hawks. Smith, he's been controlling and patrolling the center of the park. Lascano, back heel. Here's the goal. Here is the flare, looking for the third kill shot, and Collins will get a fingertip on that. Back through, and the kill shot is confirmed. Passport gold medal game. 3-0 lead for Humber in the 79th minute of play, and we get ready for a Champlain-Humber final on Saturday at 3 p.m.
Mo, I think we just saw the goal of the tournament. Back heel, then a pass in the box, got past the keeper, crossed it just inside, passed it to his teammate, and found the back of the net. When the Humber Hawks told me at the start of the game that they're a different team than the Condors, that they play well, they're less physical. We can see that example right there. What a goal.
A flare moment from a Champagne style of football of action from the Humber Hawks, and they're going to confirm their spot in the gold medal game on Saturday against Champlain. And for UKC, they get relegated to the bronze medal bracket and a chance to medal, but albeit they'll have to play tomorrow for a hope at the bronze on Saturday at 3 p.m.
Yeah. And now it's 5 goals scored in 2 games for the Hawks.
And with that, the bronze medal side is Momo, Nate, the Condors, and UKC in all likelihood. And it's going to be a tough, long night for UKC because they had the momentum coming into this tournament, did not give up a goal during the regular season. They have now given up with them 5 goals in the last 3 games.
Yeah.
3 in this game alone.
Yeah, exactly. It's fortunately we spoke about the statistic at the start of this one in their division there in Halifax.
Are you ready for the stats right now?
Yeah.
18 shots, 8 on goal, 10 corners, 9 fouls for Humber,
Yeah.
1 shot, none on goal for UKC, 5 fouls and 1 corner kick for them.
Yeah.
I think that's what you call a pretty disciplined performance
Oui.
on the offensive end.
C'est ce qui s'appelle être dominé par mieux que soi. Et we won't have an upset in this one, I can tell you that. Unless.
And that has gone into the box over the head of a bunch of players, and this will be out and about. And if you're UKC, is it disheartening that you couldn't get a shot on net? You still have about 9 minutes or so, but again, it's been nothing at all. No cutting edge, no style and profile. They just have not had the simplicity that they've had all season long trying to find the back of the net.
I think we saw it yesterday, right? They conceded 1 goal against Capilano. And in this one, it's always a question. Does the team who wins, did they win because they played better or because the other team played poorly? I think at this one we can say that the Hawks were just too strong for the Blue Devils.
Corner kick coming up, quickly played, and that won't count because the ball was not stationary.
There's a big difference playing in the Atlantic provinces, right, in Nova Scotia and those provinces over there, versus playing in Ontario, which is honestly one of the best championships.
It's the epitome of dominance, the OCAA. And any sport you think about, the OCAA is at the center point of conversation for everything, and that is fired above the net, second shot, not on target. And the NCAA is a very good conference. Let's not discredit that. They have sent teams at different levels of varsity sports to nationals. They've won. And on this day right now, you just see who the royal family is in Humber. The Kings of Canada for a reason. And they look like they are primed for a chance to defend their championship on Saturday against the Champlain Cavaliers.
Some quality teams from the Atlantic provinces. We know that, for example, the Reds of New Brunswick, they've won the National Championship of Canada University Hockey. So some teams perform, but to compete against the Humber Hawks, you need to wake up very early, like they say in French. Il faut se lever de bonne heure.
And they've been giving up a wake-up call here, UKC. And they'll have less than 24 hours to keep their hopes alive for a bronze. And here's Smith, and no one's talking about his value so far, and that is denied at the 18. Smith again. Back heel, Lascano. They're now starting to have a little bit of a toying effort here of playing schoolyard football against the Humber Hawks.
And what I like is that I see those players here from the Hawks. They keep pressing. They keep making life miserable for the Blue Devils. And that's the attitude they want to have. Never give up and never give gifts like this one right there.
That is a potential gift now. And here they come. Could they get goal number 4? Or will they try to save these goals for Saturday? Zigging, zagging, looking, pirouetting. Nothing yet. And I would imagine with some, not much time will be added to the injury period of this.
Although yesterday when the Condors were winning 4-0 at halftime against CMU, they still had 4 minutes of added time, so you never know. But to come back in this one, it's going to be very hard.
Your thoughts on day 2, Wissam, from the first game to now the present game?
Well, so many games that I cannot remember all of them, but I'll tell you this, Mo. I've been working for a lot of sports, commenting, play-by-play, color, everything. And the game we saw before that between the Cavalier and the Conestoga Condors is probably one of the best games I had a chance to work on.
It definitely has some dramatic flair. A 4-3 win for the Cavaliers. And now they will get Humber in the finals on Saturday.
I think it was 3-2.
4-3, actually. 4-3 win.
4-3.
4-3. See, you were so in awe of the game with some that you forgot that there's 2 more goals added today.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Guesson got 2 goals.
That's right.
Including that penalty shot. It's true.
And Conestoga will be in the bronze medal bracket. And as you said before, those 4 teams did not play each other on any of the 2 days. So it will be brand new matchups tomorrow that we'll have. And we'll start off with CMU against Capilano. That'll be their final games. And then 2 more teams will punch their ticket to the bronze, and 2 more teams will end their season tomorrow afternoon from Seaway 3. And you have to think now with some Conestoga if they're going to have the same desire, because it was gold medal or bust.
Yep.
And unfortunately for them, it is bust for a national title this season.
Yep, exactly. UKC, their season not over. They'll be able to fight and battle for a bronze medal. They never won a medal at these games, so that would be a first. Bring back some silverware in Halifax would be an honor for them, and I'm sure that the soccer program and the AACC will be happy about that.
Yeah, 10th time they've attended the Nationals. 10 seniors on this roster, and for UKC, the mental focus will be a reset for tomorrow in hopes of extending their season by 1 more day and a chance to win a bronze on Saturday.
Yeah, and the Cavalier will have a bit more resting time than the Hawks since they played 2 hours earlier.
I think at that point it's all for naught, right? 48 hours is 48 hours.
Yeah. Actually, less than 48 hours, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, by this time on Saturday night, we'll have the gold medal winner. The question is, will the confetti be blue and white or the all white of Humber?
Toronto's flag is blue and white, so if you can put it that way, and Quebec's flag is blue and white. So one team who has blue and white close to them or on their jersey will win.
3 minutes left in this 90, and we'll wrap up day 2 here with the player of the game, and then set you up for day 3 tomorrow. We'll kick off 10 a.m. CMU Blazers against the Capilano Blues, and then the semifinals will have a 12 and 3 respectively, and then we'll be done for day 3, and then down to the final 2 games of this event. Back out it comes. UKC back with it, and here is Noah Baird. And that is won back by the captain of the team in Carmine Fiore. And remember, Fiore's game-winning goal put them in this position to be here against UKC.
Nice play there by the goalkeeper of UKC again. Collings might be a named player of the game, Mo. It's a possibility.
And you know what's the common denominator with Humber and Champlain with them?
No.
Both did not win their conference title games.
Yeah, exactly. That would be interesting to see those stats, to see how many times it happened that both of them didn't win. And both of them, it was actually a surprise that they did on the win.
Exactly. Matthew Smith is hurt on the ground, and he'll be looked at right now as there might be a cramp, and it is a cramp indeed. And that's going to be another fascinating angle to look at, Wisdom, is that both teams did not win their conference title, and this is the only one that they'll win. So it's not like if you win and you lose, okay, you won your conference. It's you win or you don't win.
Yeah.
And if you don't win, that means you're not winning anything in your season.
And for some of those players, especially Cavalier, that we know because we've been calling the games here for a few weeks, some of them, it's their last game ever with Champlain. Some of them will play at university, some of them not. So it's going to be an important moment.
And this could be a chance now for UKC. And the hand is up, the flag is down, and we move forward here with some. And back out it comes. And the Hawks are just going to try to waste out the clock here. We are now 30 seconds away from the 90. Flag is up. And they'll make another change here. I think Mella's coming back in, and he is indeed, and going off will be Matthew Smith. So they want to give Smith a head start to the showers.
Might be a test here to take, because he was limping, Mella, when he left the pitch earlier. Coaching staff might want to see if he still is all right to run, and if he's going to be fit for that game on Sunday, that final. On Saturday, beg your pardon.
And now this will be the last roll here. We're now entering, and added time is 3 minutes.
Yep.
3 minutes of added time in this second half. 3 minutes.
1 goal in every minute for UKC, and that might be there.
And that was a big hit coming in from Marcus Vital, and this will be a free kick for UKC. Then we'll move back a few more steps for Willix.
Only 1 goal for them for UKC, and it was a deflected shot. So let's see if they can find something here.
And UKC scored 40 during the regular season, and they're about to perhaps be clean sheets. And this will be a free kick here. Mella showing his emotions.
Yeah, Mella, a real leader on that team. Doesn't wear the armband if I'm not mistaken, but a classy and a good leader for that Toronto team.
And with that, they move forward here, and this will be back out of play. And for UKC Wissam, it is going to be an end to their hopes of the gold medal game.
Yep.
And we get what many think is a dream match of Champlain against Humber.
It's a dream matchup because of the quality of the teams, and I'm going to repeat that. It's a dream matchup also with the passion and the excitement that we will see in this crowd. With some Humber fans, like you said, traveling well, and the Cavalier here who came by, what were they, how many, 100, 200? For the final, it might be more than that.
There'll be about 500 plus here for the game on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you that. If I don't guarantee you that, Wissam, I will give you my hot pots that I have in my hands right here.
Do they make a difference?
They do, actually.
They do?
They actually did make a difference for me, yeah. So they kept my hands warm, so. Down to the final minute in this second half. UKC trying to make this scoreline a bit more respectable.
Yep.
In hopes of getting their first goal against Humber. Again, they've never been clean sheeted as often. They scored 40 during the regular season, and that went by the near post.
That was close.
And that will ping pong its way out. And back out it comes towards the open area of the pitch. Another delivery and right into the hands of the keeper, and that will be that.
Keeper did not have much to do, really, like you said. No shots on target, if I'm not mistaken. But he had a few catches to make from crosses or long passes, and he did well, right? Conceded only 1 goal in 2 games, and from one of the best strikers in the tournament, Elias Mardi.
And this ball will go out towards the corner stick and out of play. And for Coach Manners, who's watching this game, watching his daughter's boyfriend play, he said, hey, Humber will make a run of it, and they will indeed. Confirmation done. Humber will have a chance to defend their national title as they'll face Champlain on Saturday at 3 p.m. Commiserations to UKC, who now fall to the bronze medal bracket side, and will play tomorrow for a chance to keep their hopes alive for Saturday afternoon. Thoughts here, Wissam?
I think, Mo, that it was the best team won, and by far the scoreboard shows 3-0 for the Hawks. I think it could have been much more than that. The team was just too strong for the Halifax team, and that made the difference. And now we have a dream final versus the Cavalier Champlain from Saint-Lambert, Quebec, Canada. And it's going to be a packed final, and a final that we've been waiting for, to be honest.
You have the other one ready. This way, I'll give you this.
As this one ends without any tension, which is good to see. Game has been played in good spirits. And the traditional handshake with Mela. We can see Mela congratulates every single player. And he really has the attitude of a leader, not only with what he does with the ball, but what he does without it. Shakes the hand of all the referees. A player that has a bright future here in soccer. Maybe university level as well.
And don't forget CPL.
CPL?
CPL is here, right? Montreal Supra.
Yeah,
they made their presence felt yesterday.
Yeah. And they'll accept him with open arms if he continues to play like this.
And with that, we'll get down to the player of the game, and then we'll wrap it up here from Seaway 3. And there is our producer, Ronaldo, giving us the thumbs up.
Yeah.
And he and his crew have been fantastic putting this on air, different positions. And for the camera people who've been working the Skyjack, not the easiest, especially in these conditions. We applaud them because they deserve the MVP. Here is the announcement of the MVPs.
Presented by Soccer Quebec. C'est maintenant le temps de présenter les 4 imprints joueurs du match présentés par Soccer Quebec. To make the presentation, please welcome, souhaitons la bienvenue au Athletic Director from Champlain College, Saint-Lambert, Vince Amato. Le joueur du match, the player of the game for the UKC Blue Devils, number 1, Liam Collins.
I think we were correct on that one with them.
Yeah. We
Collins.
mentioned it about minute 70 in this one. A lot of saves. Not the result he wanted, but we'll give it to him. Well deserved. And also, when you play against a Hawks team with some offense like that, you get a lot of action too.
And the joueur du match, the player of the game for the Humber Hawks, is number 4, Isaiah Noel.
So Isaiah Noel scoring the game-clinching goal. And Noel will get that through.
It could have gone to any player from the Hawks, honestly. Solid, rock-solid performance. Mela, too, did pretty well. Lescano, Fiore.
And there you have it. We'll be back here tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. for the 7th place game, and then we'll have the bronze medal bracket games. And then Saturday night, or Saturday afternoon, we will have Champlain against Humber at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On behalf of the staff and crew here from Seaway 3, we wish you good evening. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Semifinal game at 3 p.m. And the Humber Hawks move on to the gold medal game this Saturday at 3 p.m. This brings us to the end of day 2 here at the 2025 CCAA Men's National Soccer Championship. Thank you all for coming and showing your support today, and join us for another action-packed day of soccer tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. Cela nous amène à la fin de la 2e journée du championnat national de soccer masculin 2025 de l'ACSC. Merci à tous d'être venus aujourd'hui. Rejoignez-nous demain pour une autre journée de soccer à partir de 10h du matin. Have a safe drive home or to your hotels. Enjoy your evenings, and we'll see you all tomorrow morning.
Merci et bon retour chez vous ou à vos hôtels et bonne soirée à tous. Good night, everyone.